This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Hon. All right. Well, Angie, if you want to share, please, what's you've been doing for these past couple of months. She's been working very hard, and we're very excited.
Absolutely. And just to make sure, because of our IT, we want to make sure that everybody knows that this is being recorded and that no one has any objections to their image or voice being shared on either social media, YouTube, anything like that. Everyone's okay with that? If so, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So the reason we're having this meeting here today is to share with all of our parent partners and our family liaisons and staff, really, the opportunities that have come to pass for our families. And we have some really exciting things to share. So I'm just going to launch right into it. My name is Angie Dunleavy, and I am the Enrichment Partner Liaison. And what does that mean? That means that I work in between what you all, we call them enrichment partners on when I'm speaking with the partner, but we all, as parents, understand them as activity partners. So I'll just continue to say activity partners from here forward. So basically, as it has stood in the past, when a parent has wanted to get their child enrolled in an activity, whether it be dance, karate, football, art, STEM, science or mathematical, anything like that, they have contacted Sarah, who is our director of admissions, and she has helped them navigate how to register, and or the family liaison has helped, and then Sarah gets the final job of connecting that parent partner with the activity partner. And so Sarah is also the person who, on behalf of City Youth Matrix, makes sure that the activity partner gets paid, that they understand how this is being paid, and that our parent partner is not financially responsible for that, but that City Youth Matrix is paying the bill for the child's activity. So we have been working really hard over the past at least 6 months to try to meet with all of the activity partners for whom all of our parents have enrolled their children in their activities. And as it stands, there were about 30 partners that all of your children have had a touch point with over the past couple years. So far, we have 19 of those activity partners who have come into a formal agreement with City Youth Matrix. And so you might say, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, a lot of these enrichment partners or activity partners really get the mission of City Youth Matrix. All of them who have gotten to know your kids have, what's happened to us is now happening to them. They have fallen in love with you guys, and they love your kids. And we do as an organization as well. And it's really been great, because when they fall in love with you, like we fall in love with you, then the kids just get all this love poured into them. And it's a great situation, because they're feeling loved and accepted, and they're learning at the same time. So we have these activity partners have agreed to extend some really great opportunities to you as parents for your children. And you might say, okay, well, tell me about it already. Number one, I'll give you just an example, would be the YMCA. Each one of you, whether you're a waitlisted family or you are already a City Youth Matrix member family, your children are eligible by their membership, through their membership with City Youth Matrix or waitlisted status, to get a free YMCA membership. We have an upcoming workshop that we really want to make sure we can get as many children there as possible and have them get their identification card. And you as parents get to hear what the orientation would be and what the offerings are at the YMCA. Some of the other partners that we have are also offering us their space. As you might know or might not know, City Youth Matrix does not have a building where we meet. We're kind of nomadic. We go from place to place. We go to the place where our enrichment partners might be, whether or other community members, community supporters who have extended invitations to us, like Trinity United Methodist. All of our supplies are located at that particular church. And as you all know, when you go to your family empowerment dinner once a quarter, the American Vets have allowed us to use their space. So the more we develop relationships within the community, the greater the resources become available to us. And so really what we're wanting to share with you is when we have these opportunities for you, we really would love for you to take advantage of these opportunities. And the reason is, the more our community sees you taking advantage of them, the more they're going to talk to their fellow activity partner, and other people are going to offer additional services that your children can benefit from. And we are educating on their behalf and your behalf, and we would love for you all to participate in that. Okay, am I doing all right so far here? Okay. So right now we have something really new and exciting that we're wanting to share. And if Miss Beth would mind, could you pull up on our City Youth Matrix website? This is like the drum roll here. If you go to the City Youth Matrix website on the web, that's step number 1. You say, oh my goodness, I want to get my child involved in a summer camp, or my kid really loves art, or oh, I wonder what music opportunities are available, or I wonder what sports my child could participate in. Well, we have created a new resource for you. And if you go to the City Youth Matrix website, and if you look where it says Parent Partner Resources, if you click on that link and then pull down, Beth, can you go just to the Parent Partner Resources?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not seeing it? Okay.
No, you just jumped one step ahead. I want to do it step by step, just so that they can see how
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there, exactly. And then you pull down the opportunity or the option there that says Activity Partners. So Beth clicked on that. And now when you open that up, you see what's on our screen here, which is all of the enrichment partners or activity partners that we currently have that are offering classes and instruction for your children. These are organizations who understand who City Youth Matrix is, and they have the same type goals that we do, and that is to give your kids opportunities to grow and learn in areas that they're excited about, whether it's sports, singing, music, dance, whatever it is that your child wants to explore. We want them to be able to reach their full potential, and these partners get it. So Beth, would you mind clicking on, let's say I9 Sports, for example.
Okay. I'm going to click on the plus sign.
You could either click on the plus sign or you could click on their name. Now,
Okay.
for example, if you click on there, you can go right to their website. You click on the website, and it'll take you right to I9 Sports website, and it'll show you what some of the sports opportunities are that they're offering us. Okay, so perfect. And then Beth, we don't have to go through all of that right now. If you want to go back, and then if you go, let's say 24/7, for example, is a dance studio. If you go to 24 studio, there, as you can see, there is a 2023 summer classes brochure and also a link to the website. And so we're excited for you to be able to have kind of a one-stop shop when it comes to your child's activity options. And one thing I want to tell you is you really need to stay current with this, because even since this list has been posted by our technical team, we still have additional partners who have since signed on. So this list is going to be growing and growing and growing. So I encourage you to go to that website and use this resource. Sarah, could you take a moment or two or 5 and just maybe for the parents that are new to City Youth Matrix or who have not gone through the full orientation about registering, would you share with them the process for, let's say they get on this website and they see something, Code Ninjas, they're dying to get their child enrolled in Code Ninja. What would be the first thing that they should do?
Sure. So the first thing that you would want to do is to actually reach out to Code Ninjas. That's part of the parent partner responsibility, is to reach out once they figure out what activity their child wants to do. And also, sorry, my son's here. Also, you could go on here, and if you figure out Code Ninjas is what you want and visit their website, you're going to be reaching out to them and let them know first thing that you're a CYM family, because all of the partners that are listed here, they know that our families are going to be reaching out to them, and they've gone through the process with us before. But letting them know ahead of time that you're a City Youth Matrix family and that you're interested in registering and what class or session you would like to do. Most of them are really good about working with our families, Sorry. So they can help you register depending on whether it's online or over the phone. But that's the first step, is reaching out to them. The second step would then be to go to our website and fill out the activity enrollment form, which, Beth, it's in that drop down.
Yes. Mhm.
It's right under the activity partners.
Mhm.
So the activity enrollment form would be step number 2. And it's really important that you're giving me all of the information that you have and filling in all of the fields in that form. Just because when I go to reach out to the enrichment partner, there's information that I just have to have, especially your student info, their age, their school, their birthday. I need all of that. And then the program information too, like who you spoke to, what days of the week you want to sign up for, what time is the class. And then if it's a registration online, that's pretty popular now. A lot of times they'll have you create an online account. And in order for me to be able to complete registration, you would provide your login information. So you'd make a username and a password, and you would put that on the activity enrollment form as well. A lot of our parent partners use the same one for all of their CYM accounts, which makes sense to me, just because everyone has so many accounts. So anytime you create an online account for your child, if it's a new activity, it just is helpful if you just use the same one. And then that way, CYM is just using that one and not any of your other login information for other things. So, and then that form comes to me, and then I kind of take it from there. I'll reach out to the enrichment partner and make sure we complete registration, or I can do it online, and make the payment. And then I send the enrichment partner a copy of that email, and I believe the parent partner gets notification as well from our system when it's completed. And then you're free to start your activity. That's kind of how the steps go.
Okay, tell me, Sarah, if a parent signs their child up, and let's just say it's supposed to be a 3-month session, and in the middle of the session, the child says, I don't want to do this anymore. Number one, as an organization, parents, we encourage our parent partners to have their child finish the commitment of what they started. If they decided that they wanted to play soccer and it's a 3-month commitment, parents, please encourage them to finish that commitment, because much of life you have to do things sometimes that you ended up not liking or not wanting to do, but the enrichment partner or the activity partner, they're depending on us to fulfill our obligation, and we want them to fulfill their obligations to you. They depend on that on a financial level. If we say we're going to be there, they want us to be there. And then the other thing, I'm getting to you, Sarah. The other thing too is if the family decides in the middle that they don't want to do it, or for whatever reason, like I just said, we want you to try to see it through to completion. But let's say your child broke their leg, or you're having extenuating circumstances in your family that you just cannot finish what you committed to. Sarah, can you explain to a family what they should do?
Sure. So if that's the case, and a lot of times, yeah, Beth is going to click on, we basically need you to fill out what's called a disenrollment form, and that's right under our activity enrollment. Um, a lot of the situations like Angie mentioned can happen. We also have children who are in ongoing activities. So, for example, a lot of our dance and gymnastics are just ongoing. They just go the entire year. And a lot of times they'll go even into the next year. We just have a monthly fee, or a lot of our karate and places like that. And those kinds of activities are definitely important that you fill out the disenrollment, because we're paying a lot of times for those activities automatically. And so if you're 5 months into the year and your child is not enjoying the activity or just wants to try something new, then disenrollment forms are super important. So you would go here, and it's similar to the activity enrollment form. It's really important that you fill out all of the information, even the portion in here that asks why. If sometimes that might be uncomfortable to share, but it's really important, because I then, once I receive this form, will be reaching out to the enrichment partner to let them know that we are no longer going to be having some of our kids in those activities, and we're going to need to stop payment. And I always like to share the reason, and typically they will ask. And so that's part is important, just so that I have something to tell them. And we need to stop payments, because I can't, that's the other thing, unless I receive a disenrollment form, I can't sign a CYM child up for another activity. So until I receive the form and I notify the enrichment partner and get them a copy of this form and they can stop payment, I can't enroll the child in a new activity. It's also important to remember a lot of these places require 30 days notice. So if you're filling one of these out on, let's say, May 31st, and there's a good chance that we would already be responsible for paying for the following month, or we would have already paid for it. And so you wouldn't be able to register your child then until the start of June, because we already paid for May. So that's really important to remember. If your child's thinking about it, and it's really important to be proactive. And same with the activity enrollment, we do encourage you to let the enrichment partner know as well ahead of time. Like, listen, we're probably going to be moving on, and I'm going to let CYM know, and they're going to be reaching out to you. It's the same process for the activity enrollment.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So both my daughters finished the fall session of dance on May 25th. They're not gonna be doing the summer for the summertime, which is June and July, but they do plan on returning in the fall, which is through May. So I will have to disenroll them then at the end of the fall season then, right?
So in your situation, I believe we've paid for that year.
You did pay for May,
Mhm.
but they're not gonna be doing for the springtime, which is from June to July, which is 5 weeks. Cause I mean, I already know 24/7, and the fall season is from September to May.
Yeah. So
They will return in the for the fall again,
so
but
in that
then it's
in
not
that
doing the
case, yeah.
summertime.
In that case, it doesn't sound like you're going to need to fill out a disenrollment form. You don't have to fill one out anytime your child the session comes to an end. So if we've supported the girls at 24/7 for their session and it ended in May, and they don't want to do the summer, don't 24/7 typically you would need to register for the summer in order for them to charge us. So if they're just ending the session that we've supported, that's
Yeah.
okay. You don't have to fill out a disenrollment form. But if they want to start back up in September, you would then do an activity registration again, so I could call them and set them up for the next season.
Okay, because all right, now I see. All right, I understand. That's the only question I wanted to ask. Because I mean, like I said, I just want to take them to Florida and then, like
Yeah, that makes sense. And that,
pre-register. Yeah, because pre-registration is for the fall is what is it? Next week during the
okay.
15th. So I'm gonna register them again because they did move. Well, Jayla did move up to hip hop 2, and I'm gonna register them again. So
Yeah, so
we
you would
want
just
to do
fill out,
dance again. So
yeah, you would just do another activity enrollment to let us know that they want to continue with the next season in the fall. So
okay.
so yeah, and that goes for any activity. So for our parent partners, if your activity has a set time frame, like soccer
Uh-huh.
season starts I don't know, September 1st and it goes till November 3rd, at when November 3rd gets here, you don't have to do a disenrollment form. The activity just ends. The
Mhm.
disenrollment form is really for if you're ending in the middle of an activity, or
Okay.
you're ending something that is ongoing that doesn't have an end date, and that we just automatically pay for. And so that's really what the disenrollment form is for.
Okay. I see.
That's a
Good
Thank
great
you for
question.
question.
explaining it.
Yeah, of
Really good
course.
question. And I think it's important to note that, City Youth Matrix relies on donations from the generosity of fellow community members, as well as organizations like the Delaplane and the Osherman Family Foundation and different grants that we get. That's what helps our parent partners to be able to have their children enrolled in activities. And so we want to be really respectful and grateful for the donors who have given their money, and make sure that if our families if the children aren't attending their activity, we don't want to pay the enrichment partner or the activity partner for that if the child isn't attending. And I think all of our parents would understand that you don't want to pay yourself for something that you're not getting. And we feel the same way as the organization. And the other thing too, I've had kids and grandkids, and we all have, and we recognize that sometimes kids just change their mind and they want to try something new. And that's the beauty of City Youth Matrix also, is that we have so many opportunities that your child can participate in. And so we want to make sure that if there's something new that they want to do, that they have that opportunity. But as Sarah said, we can only pay for one activity at a time. We have two more things that we want to share with you before this call ends. One is to share with you about camps. The other thing is to share with you about sports equipment. And I think both are really important things that you're going to want to hear. So Sarah, would you be comfortable sharing with the families about the email that you sent, and just kind of reiterating what was in that email in case someone might have missed it?
Sure. Yeah, I sent an email. I don't think it was last week, maybe the week before. Just kind of addressing our summer camp season. I always get a lot of emails this time of year from parent partners about asking about summer camp and what kind of support we provide. And so I gave some links to our website. We have our frequently asked questions at the top there, all the way to the right. If you click there, there's actually a section on summer camps that gives you general. It's Beth, it's in our frequently asked questions.
Oh, thank you.
They're to the right of parent partner.
Yeah, it's all the
Oh,
way
there
up
we
there.
go. Okay.
And that's just general information about summer camps and what we'll support. And it talks about up to a certain amount. And so our basic coverage usually for summer camp is we'll provide financial support for 1 week of summer camp per child. And it can be up to $250. That's been our general statement about summer camps. We also kind of let parents know ahead of time that if the summer camp is in July and you're also doing karate, the summer camp would be their activity for July. So you could pay for the karate on your own, or they would just take a pause for that month and we would do camp for that week. The great thing about this summer and in my email is we have 3 really great offers, opportunities. I tried to not call them offers, but we had enrichment partners reach out to us and say, listen, we'd love to have your kids come to us for summer camp. And this is what we can give to them. And we want to get the opportunity out there. So the first one is the one that we're super excited about. It's Frederick City Parks and Rec. They are offering spots to our CYM children for their playground camp. And this is for the entire summer. So yes, the entire summer.
A whole summer.
It's
The
true.
whole summer, yes.
Yeah. So because this is a special opportunity and City Parks and Rec is an enrichment partner, this kind of trumps our 1 week offer because this is a special partnership we have with them. So the playground camp, Beth clicked on it, and I provided a little cheat sheet in that email, which I can send out again, that has all links to all of this. So they are kids have to be school age, so 6 to 12. Dates, they start on the June 12th and they go to the 18th. There is some dates in there that they don't have camp on. It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. And they are at certain locations. They're at playground, they're at parks. So it's Willowbrook, Monocacy, Overlook Park, and Greenleaf Park are their locations. And the great thing about this is lunch is provided. They do swimming pool trips. And so it's just a really great opportunity from City Parks and Rec. So we want to make sure that you understand that offer. And that's the big one. So if you're interested, I did provide links in that email where you would need to create. You can register online for the City Parks and Rec, just like we would do with other activities. You would do that first, create an account, and then you would fill out our activity enrollment form that would come to me, and I would take care of the rest of the registration. So that's the one offer. We also have the YMCA. The YMCA is, along with the free youth membership for all of our kids, they are offering us spots to they have a variety of summer camps. They have they have a lot of sport camps, but they also have dance, and they also have arts type camps. They have things for teens. The thing with the Y is that you have to have that youth membership in order for us to register our CYM children. It's what the Y needs to work in their system and their database, which makes sense. And so if your child has the membership, and is in their system already, that registration just is kind of seamless, because it will flag them as a CYM family. And it just gives us some extra opportunities with their summer camps.
And Amy, let me add that on May 15th, there will be a workshop.
Yes.
If anyone's able to attend, that will be a very good informational session for folks.
Yeah, and I, in the email I sent, and again, I can resend it. There is a link to register for that event. It is at the Y, and it's a great time for you to get that youth registration knocked out. You come, you hear about all the benefits, they'll help you register and sign up, you get your card, and then things at the Y are, again, they just can run a little smoother once you're in the system. And that's the same way. If you get your membership, then if there's a camp you want to register, you'll create an online account with the Y, fill out the activity enrollment, and then I can finish the registration for camp. And then the last one is Frederick Community College, FCC. This one is a little bit more limited. We have only 8 spots available. One of them is currently already taken, so we have 7 left. FCC provided us a list of programs, which I also included in that email, that they are offering spots to for our CYM kids. And this one is, again, it's very similar to the other 2. You have to create an online account for the child, for the camper. And once you have done that, you can do our activity enrollment form, and then that will come to me and I can finish the registration. They actually will send me a specific link for the camp that has a special code in their system for our CYM kids only. And I can complete the registration through that link. So, but all of these require a little bit of work up front. So all of them require an online account, and the Y has the extra membership. You have to be in their system as a youth member in order to receive the camp opportunity.
And
That's,
also, I'm sorry.
I was
I was
just
just going to add that these camps are a week long, where
Yeah.
some of the others are, like the city camp is all summer.
Correct. The city camp is the only one that's all summer. The other 2 are typically week long. Most of the YMCA camps are also week long camps.
Thank you, Sarah. That was really well said. And
Hey, real quick,
yeah,
Yes.
Sarah, so
Yeah.
the FCC, I know they have youth scholarships for the summer programs. Is that what they provided us, or would other parents or kids be potentially eligible to submit that for those scholarships to do those camps? If that makes sense.
It does make sense, and Sarah can speak more to that.
To be honest with you, I think this is something different. Angie
Okay.
met with our contact at FCC, Heather Hinkle, and she met with her as a potential enrichment partner. And during their conversation is when Heather was like, listen, like, this is awesome. I'd love to give some of your kids an opportunity to attend summer camp. And she was willing to give us these spots. So I'm under the impression that this is something different than the youth scholarships. Angie might.
yeah,
Yep.
I think you're right, Sarah. It's specifically related to City Youth Matrix, and they're wanting to partner with us, not just for these summer camps, but anytime there's an opportunity through Frederick Community College, they want to include our students in that.
And another thing, and
Sounds
this is
good.
just a general statement for all parent partners. Anytime you're signing your child up for an activity through CYM, we're going to direct you in these enrichment partner directions, because Angie has worked super hard to meet with all of these, either individually, in person, Zoom meeting, and they are really excited to partner with us and have a signed agreement. So I will always be suggesting these that are on this list, and family liaisons we encourage to as well, especially if parents are like, well, my child wants to play soccer and I just don't, you would go to this list and really encourage them to sign up through I-9 or the Y, because this will help us continue to do what we do, because of the partnerships and the agreements that we have with them.
Is this for teenagers also or no?
I'm
What-
sorry, could you repeat that?
I'm sorry, is that for teenagers also or no?
Which part for teenagers?
Like Julissa, she's 16, or
Are you
Julissa
talking-
can't.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Do you mean some of the summer camp opportunities?
yeah.
Yeah, so the FCC and the Y would be your two
Best options.
programs that will offer camps to children that are older and teens. The Y has a lot of teen options, so I would check there for sure.
Can I tell you another opportunity, Jen, that's available for
Yeah.
teens? Actually through Frederick City Parks and Rec, they're offering an internship for teenagers where they can earn $14 an hour, and they would be allowed to have a job there with, working in there, and then they would encourage them to come back year after year. So it is a really cool opportunity where the kids could get paid, as I said, $14 an hour. So if that's, something you'd be interested in, we can talk offline for any of the families who might have a teenager that could use a summer job in a safe environment. That would be a really cool option. The
Yeah,
other
thanks,
thing-
Angie, for remembering that.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is, with what Sarah said with these opportunities that with Frederick City and the county, and also with Frederick Community College, that take a little bit more work up front to do your registration. Once you do it the first time, it'll be a piece of cake. It's easy after that. You just have to get through the first one. And I would encourage you parent partners to reach out to your family liaison. If you're having trouble navigating it, please don't get frustrated with it and throw in the towel and say, I can't do it. You can do it. And if you can't, we're going to help you do it. And that's why we have family liaisons, and they're going to be there for you if you need help getting registered.
Okay.
Let me, I want to be sensitive to the time here and move on if it's okay. Sarah, did you have anything
Okay.
else? that
Thank
want to
you.
add to that? Oh, you're
I
welcome.
don't think so. I'll just make sure I can send out that information a second time, just so everybody gets it again and can see and look through.
Okay, super. The last thing I wanted to share with our families was our opportunity that we have available to us now through a partnership through an organization called Level the Playing Field. And what that is, it's an organization, a nonprofit, who has recognized that the equipment that's needed for a lot of our sports that children participate in, it's expensive, like crazy expensive, for helmets and shin guards and baseball bats and basketball, all the things that your kids need in order to be able to participate in their sports. It's a costly thing, and we recognize that. So we're working hard to try to find resources for our parents so that that isn't a huge expense either for them or for us, for City Youth Matrix. And so Level the Playing Field is going to offer us equipment at no additional cost to the family or to City Youth Matrix. I actually went there today, and it's in Baltimore, and I went and looked at the facility, and there's a lot of equipment. So we are in the process of developing a process for you, the parent partner, much like you're seeing on this website that we showed you today, being able to go to the parent partner resources. I would say within the next month, on that drop-down menu will be an equipment registration form, or a needs, like you have equipment needs. There'll be a form there. You're going to go there and fill out for each child the equipment needs that they have. If they're going to play lacrosse, whatever the team tells you, the sports venue that you're working with, I-9 or PFP, whoever it is, if they tell you that your child is going to need a lacrosse stick, a helmet, shin guards, get the list. You'll fill out the sizes, and then we'll tell you where to send it. And then we will have one City Youth Matrix representative go to level the playing field and pick out the equipment that is needed for our families. And then we will bring it back to Frederick and arrange a time for you to be able to get that equipment. Now, that does not mean that every single piece of equipment that every child needs will be provided. There are going to be some things, extenuating circumstances, where you have a child that might be needing an extra large size or an extra small size, or they have other physical needs that aren't met in the regular equipment, that we will want to try to meet those needs. And so we'll work on an individual basis when it comes to that sort of thing for your child. But we want to be able to make this process very easy. The equipment that is available through Level the Playing Field is very lightly used, previously loved equipment, and some of it is brand new. If your child is a runner, they've got brand new running shoes that we can access. There were so many cleats. I couldn't believe the cleats and baseball bats and hockey sticks. I mean, they have it all. So we are really excited about being able to offer that opportunity to our families. So please, when you see an email coming from your City Youth Matrix core leader who's going to get in touch with you, whether it's Marianne or Beth or Sarah, please be on the lookout for that, because we want you to be able to take advantage of getting this equipment for your child for sports if you need it. If the organization Level the Playing Field does not have what you're looking for, what we need for your child, our next resource will be Play It Again Sports, which is right here in Frederick. That comes at a cost. So honestly, guys, when we're directing you to a particular enrichment partner, it's because we feel good about what they're offering. The resources are great, and we want to be able to stretch the dollar, because I don't know if all of our existing City Youth Matrix member families know, but we do have parents on a wait list right now wanting to take advantage of the opportunities that your children have available to you right now as a CYM member family. And so we want to be able to get as many kids involved as we can. And the best way we can do that is by stretching our dollars. And if we can do that, we can invite more kids into the programming. So you're helping us to reach those goals by utilizing these resources. So there you have it. I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
And I just wanted to clarify for all that we interchangeably say activity partner and enrichment partner. They're the same thing. So to avoid any confusion, it's the same. And in our website now, it says activity partner. It's the same as our enrichment partner.
Yeah. It's an interchangeable term. So leaders or anybody else on the call, does anybody have a question that's burning on your heart that we haven't answered yet? No?
Great job, Angie.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And if anybody has any specific questions related to an enrichment partner, please feel free to email me at adunlevy@cityyouthmatrix.com. And one more thing, let's say one of you parents say, you know what, my child really wants to be involved in fill in the blank, whatever it is, and there's only one partner that does that, and I don't see them on this list. Contact me and I will be glad to meet with that activity partner and tell them about City Youth Matrix and invite them to participate in investing into each one of your kids' lives as well.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Watch for your emails.
Thank
and let us know if you have any questions, okay? Thanks, guys.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Bravo. And this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, and then that will enable anyone to translate it into their language or to view it in the future.
Super.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you
All right.
so much.
great. Have a great
Guys, have a
night.
great evening.
Bye.